Welcome to week 4. As we approach the halfway point, I encourage you to stay focused. We've got a lot of ground to cover, and we're going to learn a lot more together as this course proceeds. We'll start with this week exploring social media, advertising, and marketing. Some of the highlights that I captured from our text this week includes the notion of turning marketing upside down. Instead of marketing that's needed by companies, social media provides marketing that's wanted by customers. The idea is that there needs to be this long-term relationship and even a kinship between your organization and your customers. Now, if you think about it, this idea isn't really that new. This has always been good advice for marketing. Rather than looking at today's sales or this week's numbers, we want a long-term relationship with customers, those repeat buyers, and more importantly, those buyers who will tell their friends about the service or the good that they got from our organization. Also, you'll find in our chapter a Bayer 2013 study that talks about this fundamental shift to traditional marketing ideas. There's this top-of-mind awareness, that's branding through a sustained level of marketing and messaging, and this influences customers at the time of purchase. That's top-of-mind awareness. There's also frame-of-mind awareness. That's reaching potential customers when they are in an active shopping and buying mode. And then finally, there's a friend-of-mine awareness. And that's where your prospective customers must consider you as a friend. And this must happen because obviously you're going to compete for their time, their attention, and most importantly, their loyalty. So think about that as you put together your messages for your own organization. There's also an alternative model that shifts each of the 4 P's for marketing into SAVE. Now, for those familiar with marketing, you've obviously read or studied the 4 P's, and that's the product, place, price, and promotion. With social media, according to our author, now we look at solutions, access, value, and education. That's a little different way to look at that same marketing construct. And finally this week we'll spend some time discussing return on investment and how we measure this ROI for social media. Keep in mind that most of the measurements for social media up until this point have been secondary and indirect. It's hard to see how they directly impact sales or other business goals. But some current thinking focuses on clear social media benefits. Some of these new metrics evaluate social media strategies in terms of audience building, brand awareness, and customer relations, things that do directly impact that bottom line or those organizational objectives. Well, that's a quick look at this week. As always, I encourage you to stay ahead with all assignments, stay engaged in the discussion board, and enjoy this time of learning.